Everyone has told you for decades that eggs are the ultimate muscle-building food, that if you want strength, energy, and muscle as you age, you must eat eggs every day. But what if I told you that there is a food that is cheaper than eggs, easier to digest, safer for aging arteries, and in many cases, builds muscle faster for seniors? What if the reason you feel weaker, slower, or more tired isn't because you're too old, but because you're eating the wrong protein for your age? This might sound uncomfortable, but it could completely change how you eat, how you move, and how strong you feel in the next few months. And if you're over 50 or 60, this information is not optional, because after a certain age, muscle loss isn't just about appearance, it's about survival, independence, and quality of life. Today I'm going to show you the cheap, overlooked food that outperforms eggs for muscle building in seniors, explain exactly why it works better in aging bodies, how to eat it correctly, how much you need, and what mistakes to avoid so you don't sabotage your own progress without realizing it. Let's start by clearing up something very important. Muscle loss with age, known as sarcopenia, is not inevitable. Yes, it becomes easier to lose muscle as we get older, but it is not automatic and it is not irreversible. The real problem is that aging muscles respond differently to protein than younger muscles do. When you're 20 or 30, almost any protein source will stimulate muscle growth if you exercise. But after 50, and especially after 60, your muscles become less sensitive to protein. Scientists call this anabolic resistance. What that means, in simple terms, is that your body doesn't hear the muscle-building signal as clearly anymore. You can eat protein and still fail to build muscle if the protein is not easy to digest, not absorbed efficiently, or not rich in the right amino acids. This is where eggs, despite their reputation, begin to fall short for many seniors. Eggs are not bad food. They contain protein, vitamins, and healthy fats, but they are not the magical muscle solution people believe, especially for older adults. First, eggs contain fat along with protein, which slows digestion. For younger people, that's not a big issue. For older adults, slower digestion often means incomplete protein absorption. Second, eggs contain cholesterol, and while cholesterol is not evil, many seniors already struggle with heart disease, arterial stiffness, or metabolic issues. Third, eggs are relatively expensive now compared to other protein sources, especially if you are eating them daily. And most importantly, eggs are not the most efficient source of leucine, the key amino acid that triggers muscle protein synthesis in aging muscle. Now this is where the surprise comes in. The cheap food that outperforms eggs for muscle building in seniors is something many people overlook, underestimate, or even associate with poverty food, yet it is one of the most studied muscle-building proteins in the world. That food is lentils and legumes, especially when prepared correctly. Yes, lentils. Cheap, simple, humble lentils. When people hear this, they often immediately think plant protein isn't good enough, or you need animal protein to build muscle. That belief is outdated and incomplete, especially for older adults. Lentils are unique because they provide not just protein, but a powerful combination of slow-release carbohydrates, fiber, minerals, and amino acids that work together to support muscle, energy, digestion, and metabolic health. A single cup of cooked lentils provides around 18 grams of protein, complex carbohydrates that fuel workouts and daily movement, and fiber that improves gut health. But the real secret is how lentils affect insulin sensitivity. As we age, insulin resistance increases. This makes it harder for nutrients to enter muscle cells. Lentils improve insulin sensitivity, which means the protein you eat is more likely to actually enter your muscle tissue and be used for repair and growth. Another overlooked advantage is digestibility. Properly cooked lentils are easier on the stomach than eggs for many seniors. Egg intolerance increases with age, even if you don't realize it. Bloating, acid reflux, sluggish digestion, and inflammation can all interfere with muscle recovery. Lentils, when soaked and cooked properly, are gentle on digestion and support a healthier gut microbiome. A healthier gut means better nutrient absorption, and better absorption means better muscle response to the protein you eat. Now, let's talk about leucine, because this is where people get confused. Leucine is the amino acid that flips the switch for muscle building. Eggs contain leucine, but not as much per calorie as many people think.
Lentils may not be leucine-dense by themselves, but when eaten in slightly larger portions or paired with simple complementary foods like rice or yogurt, they trigger muscle protein synthesis very effectively in older adults. What matters more than the source is the total amino acid signal reaching your muscles, and lentils deliver that signal in a way aging bodies respond to better. Another critical point is inflammation. Chronic low-grade inflammation increases with age and actively blocks muscle growth. Eggs can be inflammatory for some seniors, especially if consumed daily. Lentils, on the other hand, are anti-inflammatory. They contain polyphenols, magnesium, and potassium that calm the nervous system, reduce inflammation, and improve blood flow to muscles. Better blood flow means better nutrient delivery, better oxygen supply, and better muscle recovery. Let's also talk about affordability and consistency. Muscle growth doesn't come from one perfect meal. It comes from consistent nutrition over months. Lentils are significantly cheaper than eggs in most regions, which means you are more likely to eat enough protein consistently without financial stress. Consistency is what builds muscle, not perfection. Now, how should seniors actually use lentils to build muscle faster? First, portion size matters. Older adults need slightly more protein per meal than younger people. A good target is 25 to 35 grams of protein per meal. That might mean 1.5 to 2 cups of cooked lentils depending on your body size and activity level. Second, timing matters. Protein works best when spread across the day. Lentils at lunch and evening are especially effective because they support afternoon and evening muscle repair. Third, preparation matters. Lentils should be soaked for several hours before cooking if possible. This reduces compounds that interfere with mineral absorption and improves digestibility. Cooking them thoroughly is essential. Undercooked lentils can cause bloating and discomfort, which discourages consistency. Adding simple spices like cumin, turmeric, or ginger improves digestion and reduces gas. Fourth, pairing matters. Lentils pair very well with rice, potatoes, or whole grains. This combination improves amino acid balance and increases insulin response just enough to drive protein into muscle cells without spiking blood sugar dangerously. Adding a small amount of healthy fat like olive oil improves absorption of fat-soluble nutrients. Now, let's talk about exercise because nutrition alone is not enough. Muscle needs a reason to grow. You do not need heavy weights. Seniors respond incredibly well to resistance exercises using body weight, resistance bands, or light dumbbells. Even simple chair exercises create the stimulus muscles need. When combined with adequate protein from lentils, the muscle-building response is powerful. A major mistake seniors make is undereating because of fear. Fear of cholesterol, fear of calories, fear of digestion problems. This leads to protein deficiency, weakness, and frailty. Lentils remove much of that fear because they are heart-friendly, blood sugar-friendly, and digestion-friendly when prepared correctly. Another mistake is relying on protein powders. While they can be helpful, many are expensive, poorly tolerated, or unnecessary. Whole foods like lentils provide fiber, minerals, and compounds powders lack. Muscle health is not just about protein, it's about the environment in which that protein is used. Let's also talk about bone health. Muscle and bone are connected. Lentils provide magnesium and phosphorus which support bone density. Stronger muscles reduce fall risk. Reduced fall risk means independence. This is not about aesthetics, this is about staying functional. You might be wondering if you need to completely eliminate eggs. No, you don't, but they should not be your primary muscle-building strategy as a senior. Think of eggs as optional, not essential. Lentils can be your foundation.
The psychological benefit is also important. When seniors realize they can build muscle with affordable, accessible food, motivation increases. Motivation leads to consistency. Consistency leads to results. If you commit to eating lentils regularly, exercising lightly but consistently, and prioritizing digestion and recovery, you can build muscle at any age. I've seen people in their 70s regain strength they thought was gone forever. Now let's bring everything together. Muscle loss is not a sentence, it's a signal that your nutrition strategy needs to evolve with your age. Eggs are not the villain, but they are no longer the hero. Lentils, when used intelligently, are a powerful, cheap, and effective tool for building muscle faster in seniors. Remember, your body is not broken, it's just asking for the right input. To wrap this up, muscle loss with age is not inevitable. Protein needs change as you get older, and lentils offer a cheaper, more digestible, anti-inflammatory alternative that supports muscle growth, energy, and independence. When combined with light resistance exercise and proper preparation, this simple food can outperform eggs for many seniors. If you found this information valuable, make sure to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and let me know in the comments what topic you want to see next.